Hey everybody, how you doing? Happy Aloha Friday. This is Jeebs here, and this is the Abbacado Show. And I am here to enjoy some music with all of my Cados that are here inside the chat. All the music nerds that are hanging out at Twitch. Some of us are just kind of lurking in the background. If you're seeing this on YouTube, you're coming in a little late, but I love the fact that I saved these. You guys can join us on the journey. Don't forget to look for the chapters down below. If this is YouTube, one of our mods, Turnip, is an absolute hero without the cape. We don't ever see him often, but when he does parachute in, he does the chapters for me. So if you just are curious, you can always just look down either in the comments or in the chapters. Maybe there is one of your favorite songs there. Anyhow, it is October 17th. I can't believe this, 2 Fridays away from Halloween. Just mind-numbing how fast things are going. As a matter of fact, I have to go out and buy my obligatory bag of candy corn. I know a very good handful of people either hate candy corn or love candy corn, but I try to buy the autumn candy corn. Anybody knows the autumn candy corn, where it's like not only the candy corn, but then you have the candy corn that has the brown in the middle or the pumpkin. You know what I'm saying? There's that one in there. You know, I like that. I can't help it. It's just, you know, it's nostalgic. Even though it's the single worst candy in the world, it's like sugared wax at best. If for some reason, it's just nostalgic. Yeah, so I'm going to have, by the time I have my next stream, I'll have my thing of candy corn and stuff. So that's what I'm saying. All right, guys. Well, listen, we're going to get going on our Happy Aloha Friday stream here with my Cados. Let me see how many people I have here. I can check. Sometimes I can. Hey, I've got a little over 50 folks there. So aloha to all of you. And thank you for hanging out. We're going to start off with some Wheel of Cheese. Refresh my data. Let's move ourselves over for some wheelie. I may have to do some quick refreshing. Up, you see, wheel has disappeared on me. What could that potentially mean? That I might have to refresh it and see what's going on. Yep, come on. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Oh, scared me. I was very scared. Do not fear. This is not the updated list. Okay. It's also moving kind of sped right now. So kind of coughing and hacking. I can say that because I was sped before you start harping on me in the chat. I was, you know, short yellow bus myself. Okay, hang on for a second. Okay, it's official. All right, let me refresh the data. Let's go for our first Wheel of Cheese. Remember the rules of the Wheel of Cheese. Anything over 7 minutes will not get played. It's an automatic punt. Please be sure if you check your video and it's over, if it's 7:01, it ain't gonna happen. Sometimes if I'm in a good mood, I might let it slide, but the chat does it and my mods don't let me. They always keep me from touching the third rail of being, you know, that guy. So I'm gonna refresh us now. So here we go. Do 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 do. Do. Here's the new one. Oh, a lot of people in here already for the Wheelie of Cheesy. You guys all ready? Derp Cat Dog, what's going on, buddy? All right, here we go. Our first Wheel of Cheese. Oh, look at that. How close was that? That's probably one of the closest ones I've ever seen. Jet Set Code, you're up right now. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Let's see what Jet Set Code wants us to check out. So we are going to be listening to an artist, Kenshi Yonezu, or Chainsaw Man. So I don't know if that's like if that's an artist or an anime. The track represents the total of my brain. Strange sounds and all around. Enjoy. Let's go. This is called Iris Out by Kenshi Yonezu, or Chainsaw Dude. Here we go. Kind of has a quirky Halloween vibe. that smoky rasp in his voice. I love the minimalism in the choice of instrument tones. Fun melody. I really love this guy's voice. It's funny though, it does have a little Halloween vibe to it, doesn't it? Ooh, that left hand line. Da, 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 da. I love that instrumentation, whatever that patch he's using. Yeah. That's the missionary key change there. A little bit of the bebop vibe in there. Okay, first thing is this guy just has an incredibly cool voice. He's got that smoky sizzle there, but it's not over the top. It seems to be like the sizzle's in that smoky lower part of his tone. Another thing is that when I said minimalistic use of modules, there wasn't a lot of things happening. There wasn't multiple layers of sequences with different sounds to color in the areas. There was one patch he was using that almost seemed like it was a solid chord. We call those chordal patches, where you can hit one note, but it might formulate a complete chord, you know, in its sound, and then the sound that it's assigned to. But whatever that sound was, that was very intriguing, and how it was kind of arranged as if it was a secondary bass line percussively, you know, that was bebopping and weaving around, you know, his vocals. I thought was really, really unique. Very, very cool. But his voice was just really, that to me is what got it. Plus the other thing is like I said, there was a little vibe to it that almost felt like it was somewhat, you know, if Danny Elfman tripped over like a more modern, you know, DAW and a bunch of modules and did some quick, you know, kind of composition, it might sound a little something fun like this, which to me is a compliment, you know, that kind of a thing. And also the piano work had a little bit of the boppy, kind of, you know, nice little crossover, that beboppy kind of vibe to it. So very well put together. I love the track. I thought it was badass. Bruh, thank you for putting this in the wheel of cheese. All right. Okay, next up, refreshing the cheese, everybody. So we're refreshing the cheese. Let me bring back the wheel of Boto. You're laughing if you live in Hawaii, you know what that means. All right, guys, here we go. Refreshed. Oh, frick. Bruh. Stop laughing before you even start typing it in there. Just shut up. I can tell. I can hear the keystrokes right now. You see? There they are. That's what I'm talking about. Just come on. There. Who went? Yeah, White T went. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see who's up. My good wheel. It's very good. Here we go. 1 a.m. deleted him off the wheel. Okay, who's up? Uh-oh. Visibility 0. Visibility 0, is you in the house? Where are you, Visibility 0? Visibility 0. Oh, guys, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. If and you're going to love is this kinds of music, you're going to love them. This is just an incredible product of Japan's very uniquely infused way of thinking in production, and also having no boundaries in artistry. It's not supposed to be one thing or another. Let's take the best of the best and let's bring to us. You guys ready? We're going to be listening to some Babymetal, and the name of the track is, I don't know because I hit the thing too early, so let's just go. Guys, we're listening to some Babymetal now. Let's go. Name of the track is KxAxWxAxIxI. Trippy start for the... There it is. I was waiting for the ball crusher. This is pretty badass. It's a little glitchy for me, but this is pretty sick. I also liked how they use the left hand on the piano. This track's really leaning a lot more into the, you know, progressive contemporary EDM, industrial EDM vibe. Are those supposed to be dog barks? Wow. You know, this is reminding me a little bit of Vylet Pony. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, maybe they listened to her album first. I'm just saying. Was that it? No. I was kind of into the track, though. This had much less of the metal, and it had more of the baby in this Babymetal track. It's called KxAxWxAxIxI. So I don't know exactly what the title is. I can't, you know, that's the best I can do in explaining it. But this one definitely had far less of the power of the metal and a lot more of an emphasis on the, you know, super glitchy, progressive, I don't even know what you would call that genre. You guys could help me out with that. You know, the parts that obviously didn't have the emphasis of the dark, super deep, djenty work. I will say one thing that was really cool. At the very beginning, they used the lowest octave of the piano to kind of step in. I mean, really had it in your face as it did just a couple of quick lines, which I thought was really cool. But this one was definitely more electric glitchy production, you know. So I enjoyed it because I love it when producers and arrangers do these weird things where they'll do arrangements and you're waiting for it to come in on the one, and it's you know, that kind of stuff's really cool. So yeah, may not be my most favorite Babymetal one, but it's definitely the most abstract one I've ever heard. I don't know how you feel about that, but yeah, that's just what I'm saying. Like that. You know what? These last two Wheel of Cheeses were real small ones. They were just about 2.5 minutes. So I'm going to do one more Wheel of Cheese before we get into our donos, just because, you know, I'm in a good mood. I feel that we can. And so let me grab one more Wheelie of Cheesy here for everybody here to celebrate some Wheelie of Cheese. Visibility Zero, thank you so much for bringing that into the house. I don't know if you hung out for the show, but that was that. Savage from Space, how are you? And Judgment's in the house, too. Sorry, Kazi, I don't know if I said aloha to you. All right, here we go. This is one more wheel of cheese before we hit the donos. Oh, geez, that's a ton of folky in here in the dono. Wow, what happened? Everybody came in at the last second and bombed the place. All right, guys, the speen. Here we go. That is some cheesy cheese and glitchy cheese, too. It's... Uh-oh. Who do we have here? We have... Satur. Okay, let's see what Satur wants. And Satur would like us to listen to, well, at least maybe we get a double up here of some metal here. This band is pioneer of avant-garde, industrial, ambient, black metal, mishmash of subgenre. All right, so this would be the mishmash mosh pit for SB. The song is from my favorite album of theirs, The Work Which Transforms God. Okay, so the name of the band is Blut aus Nord, and the name of the song is Axis. You guys ready? I think we're gonna get ourselves a real dose of some metal here, it sounds like, based on the mishmash mosh pit. Here we go. Wow, that's an odd blast beat going on there. Sounds like a dinosaur or dragon, you know, roar. Really odd mix. Look at how far back the kick is on this. Ginger. That kick. Very odd tone to it, too. This would be great in a video game, right? Like some full kind of like zombie horror machine gun game. Yeah, there's no two ways about it. That is the oddest mix spot for that kick. Even the toms are hotter than the kick. It even sounds like the diaphragm might have popped on the kick mic. I don't know. Black metal gaze. That's great, Savage. I love stories like that. Blackened avant-garde industrial ahi. That was a trippy track. It was a trippy track, not so much of the genre and the discursiveness of it or the anxiety of it with the tones of the guitars and stuff. To me, the only thing that I couldn't get my ear away was the fact that that was the oddest sounding kick I've ever heard, and where it was placed in the mix. And there was like about, it sounded like there was maybe 16 bars where the kick kind of got pushed up, but the tom-toms were hotter than the kicks. So I thought that was unique. But as far as the tone of everything, the guar is the rar of dinosaur black metal, you know, rar. That's what it sounded like to me. It was just a bunch of dinosaur rar. But very ambient, very ethereal, very dark, very black metal-ish. Yes, very much what you said it would be. So yeah, thank you so much. Okay, we opened up with some cheesies. Let's hit the donos now, okay? So what I'm going to do now is let me refresh our list. Now we'll get back on some cheese today. So let's start off with some donos here. And our very first one coming in nice and hot. Oh my goodness. My word. Satama 333. Thank you so much for that. And so we're going to start off our dono session with Satama 333. And the didn't leave us a message, kept us guessing. Remember, if you do put in your donos there, you know, you can put in a message there, you know, so I can at least, if there's anything, any kind of joy you want to celebrate about your favorite band or artist, I can read it out so that, you know, me and the other Kados can kind of get a little bit of an idea what's going on. This is an unplugged version of the band Sundazer. The name of the song is Cry Wolf. Satima, thank you so much. That was very generous of you. Let's do this. While we're listening to us, tell us why you think this is a great song for us to listen to. But so you're saying we heard this before, but this is the unplugged version, yeah? This is really nice, but I love the little soundscaping in the background.
Your tears are so predictable. I saw them many times before. You always have excuses. Same day.
I love that with, you know, that's difficult to do, to sing with such a breathiness, staying in tune and all that.
Same day.
Because apparently you guys are saying he's going to blast with his voice, so very intimate spot in his vocals.
Phone feels so good and right. Washing off dirt tonight. Brand new day, brand new day. Well, I'm so fucking happy. All these lights are helping me.
I mean, I'm sure something about this is live, but there's definitely a two guitar doubling going on here. Oh, my bad.
I start crawling from the depth, from the depth, from the depth.
That was a great track, and it sounded phenomenal. You know, when I'm looking at the recording and stuff like that, I'm seeing that there's a, you know, there's many different mic brands now. They all look they look like the older models, but all different brands and stuff. But I was just wondering, you know, the kind of sound they were getting. It's funny or unique, they have Omni style mics. I'm sure that they put it on cardioid and have the diaphragm facing forward and focusing forward. They had a great tone in the recordings. Apparently this was live. I can see the recording in the back on the guy's laptop and stuff. Once again, I'm not really familiar. If we heard Sundazer in the past, and you know this singer has that power somewhere, you know, for that different kind of performance, if it was a full, you know, ballsier performance. This one, the dialing it down with the acoustic version, you know, it's hard for me, you know, to be able to sing like this and hold the tone in a more airier kind of thing, even though I kind of faked it right there. You know, that whole kind of subtle singing, especially when it's emotional, you know, or maybe I unlocked a new level of my voice because I'm an old farty old guy and I can't hit the high notes anymore. So maybe this is how I sing. Anyhow, not to mock. I love this guy's voice, really, and the song was great. So thanks for that, for bringing that into our orb. I really appreciate that, and also thank you so much, man. That was very, very kind. Dono. Definitely appreciate that. Okay, so next up, who do we have here? Next up, we have Makuzia. Hi, Makuzia. How are you? I hope you're doing well. How's the weather where you are? Wait a minute. No, La Cremosa's in San Diego, I think, or Southern California. Makuzia, you're not in California too, are you? I don't believe so. I heard Southern California got hammered with the weather. I'm just saying. I'm watching pictures and stuff. In the meantime, we're still under a drought. Just, you know, we're just right now 5 weeks without real rain that we're used to. All our waterfalls are dried up and stuff. It's kind of bizarre. The world be shifting. I know Alaska. My friend lives on Kodiak Island. I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Even though Kodiak Island didn't get hit as hard, we couldn't get a hold of him for like 3 days. It's pretty scary. All right, next up here, we are going to be listening to Makuzia's suggestion, theme of a slightly psychotic boss. Oh, that means we're doing game OST, guys. Theme of a slightly psychotic boss. Since you've sometimes wondered what scene a game track goes with, I found a version that includes the fight itself as a video. Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad. The first 2 minutes of the intro is another track, though. That's okay. I love when I get to watch this, because I think one of the more important things that when I get the opportunity, though it's far and few between, that I get to listen to a game OST against gameplay. And even if that gameplay has, you know, explosions or sounds of, you know, swords smashing each other and stuff like that, it's a different experience, and I really enjoy that from a composer's point of view. It makes it very unique. All right, guys, let's do this. This is from Makuzia. This is Raven Boss theme, Stellar Blade. Oh, it's just the music. Okay. Yeah, I started going, Why do they always make the girls with such large swords? I don't get it. I kind of like the setup of this ambient ethereal stuff. Had that light sound design beat pattern. I can't look. I'm lactose intolerant. Mi pobre dulce de leche, no puedo. Con queso también. Que lo parió. Really good looking boss battle effects and stuff. That's great. Great music. It's like an industrial dubstep-y vibe. You know, the track is high in energy and pumping it up through a boss fight. That'd be great. I'll bet you with the backgrounds, the sound design is probably really super cool. Yeah, it is super busy in the percussion. There's a lot of that anticipated, edgy kind of programming. Oh, you got to sneak in the French horns if you want to show the size of your balls here. That's what it was. Oh, there was a little arrangement on top of that. Nakuzia is the game OST very consistent with this particular style? And when I'm talking about this style, I'm talking about the EDM glitchiness of it. Oh, really? Tell you what, the animation looks unbelievable. As far as gaming physics. What would be this particular genre? Like adjacent to what, if there isn't one? It's like jungle beat, modern tech, gooey goodness. Gabber, oh, hardcore gabber. I know I can get it from Ginger. Ginger's got a good handle on more of the modern contemporary. Glitchcore, that's another one. Juggy swordcore. Ah, dang, Sinewy. I just like how the composer just kind of slips in the trombones there. I figure with this kind of image, there's got to be some kind of bone in there. Makuzia, that was an insanely tricked out track, super glitchy. Even though I was watching it with the boss fight, I would have been. I mean, I'm going to only assume because I don't know that whatever was going on with dialogue and you know when the swords are hitting each other and all the rest of the stuff's going on there, I'm going to think that it probably had some lower bottom end tones to it because this was very glitchy and high end. You know, even though what sounded to me like a little bit of a warbly dubstep bottom end that would show up every now and then, I didn't hear, you know, a lot of stuff happening at the bottom. But I think somebody had mentioned their glitch core, and I think if there's anything that to me has kind of like that kind of rings to it for me, would be that kind of glitch core or gabber. I think Ginger had also said gabber. So obviously I don't know what that is. You know, Ginger, chime in anytime you want. Explain a little bit about the gabber thing that you popped out there. But I'll tell you what that track did do. I think it was a perfect marriage to the image of the anime that I was watching. And what I mean is not because they were all wearing their little outfits and stuff, but the intensity of the gaming physics, the clarity, the brightness, the details of the game very much matched the music, you know, in my opinion. Like, so it was very, I don't say this as I don't say this as a diss, but it, very sterile. Not sterile meaning it doesn't have any life, but sterile, the sounds were just so crispy and so clean and so perfect. Then again, so was the game, watching that. It was just so perfect. You know, the physics, the colors and all that. So, I don't know, that's my vibe on it, you know. But thank you, Makuzia. It's always good to have you here. Did you say it was already freezing where you're at? I can't remember. I think La Cremosa is like down in Southern California. Makuzia, I think you're up in Canada, right? Yeah, temperature's changing fast around the world. All right. Next up, as a matter of fact, is Ginger. Oh, we're going to get Violent Pony. Oh, Estonia. I will remember that for sure. Estonia, Northern Europe. I gotta say, out of the many places in the planet, there's two places I want to visit. Northern Europe, the Norway kind of vibes up in there, and Australia. Two different parts of the planet, but two, you know, extreme distances are the two that I really am like, you know, hopefully before I punt, get an opportunity to get up there in that Northern European vibe. There's just something so intensely beautiful about that, even though I know it's colder. And then on the other hand, you know, Australia, you know, I want to get a little bit of the oi, 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 a little bit of surf, a little bit of the cultural, soulful experience, hopefully, before I punt as well. Yeah, hang on. Let me get a sip of my special dementia tea. A gummy with the kangaroos, right? You know, I think they pulled that ad. I think enough people may have complained that, you know, that AI ad that they had going on your YouTube with my bullshit voice, my AI voice, talking about the dementia tea. I think they actually, you know, pulled it. I haven't been getting any more people saying that they found it. So, or it's been playing. So we'll see. Ginger's up next. Ginger wants us to listen to some Violent Pony. Vylet Pony. Super happy that my IRL friend, whom I had to move away from, is coming to visit this weekend. We're going to some long DJ sets. We're going to do some long. Oh, I see you. Trading off on the deck. It's so nice when friends come in to visit you. Truly it is, especially if they have a nice little attachment to your, you know, growing up years. All right, guys, let's do this. We are going to be listening to Violent Pony, and the name of the song is Carousel. Violent Pony has definitely become one of my top tier contemporary progressive artists. And I don't mean progressive like, you know, metal, prog metal. I'm talking about forward-thinking composer, arranger, vocalist, Very unique approach to her arrangements. She's amazeballs. Let's do this. This is Vylet Pony, and the name of the song is Carousel. Let's go. Written by, music by, vocals by, mixed by. Sounds like me. She's the wandering DNA I might have around this planet. Who knows? That's such a great interview with her, man. I identified with so much as she talked about. But she said it better than I could. Oh yeah, I had to double think. What did I say? Oh yeah. Wow. Wow, this is beautiful. Ooh, that was a beautiful release on that lower left hand that she did there. Beautiful vocal arrangements. I mean, this could be a massive hit on any video game, pretty much. That was a nice chord.
Rise to meet the monster that smiles at the sentinel.
Kind of reminds me a little of Otto, not necessarily in the same tone, but she has so many different dynamics in her voice.
Wings clipped, just like you. And when that satisfied grin creeps across your face, it smiles in quiet too. Hoping you'll stay your blade, the fall of an artisan's day. Stagnate on your dreams, though your fervor remains. And playing this song writ yesterday. Isn't it nice for you?
She has great chord changes, man.
Stay for you. The grass, though you tended, is taller than you lived it. Let's go around again and again and again. Will your dreams remain dust? Oh, carousel, a spectacle, show and tell. You're living now
background vocals
You
there.
under, it won't hear you cry.
All answer style. I take it that must be the artist featured here, Namii.
I still feel the open water with its choice raised mystery. Is it so wrong to walk the paths already built for me? Maybe.
What a beautiful voice.
Maybe every imprint in the sand will wash and fade with time. How can I still love them? When will I know to face the wind?
Wow. Just another wonderfully beautiful track. Ginger, the other thing is, too, is, you send me a lot of Violet Pony and stuff like that. You have this inherent talent to really give me just really unique tracks. I don't think I've necessarily heard one that I can A/B against something else that I've heard. You really gave me a wonderful opportunity to, really enjoy, the trickle down of the many facets of her talent. This is just another one here. What I really stand out to me, beyond the usual, that I'm always drooling over, when I listen to her and I'm like, oh, God dang, is in this case, what I heard was some very unique chord changes. You probably saw me get all like, that's my physical call to action I hear something and, that's my version of bruh, but in a happy way. I'm like, oh, damn. Very nice. Because a lot of composers, we think of the natural ways to solve or release into other chords or patterns or voicings or whatever the case is. But sometimes, you forget there are these slices of magic that are right within the key structure, and that, in that full octave there, you just have to configure things a little different. Change one note or maybe two notes, and then all of a sudden you have this incredibly beautiful chord. And so, yeah, that's what she's all about. And that's why she's without a doubt one of my top composers. I think about artists like her and stuff like that I, am just so waiting for that moment where we get to celebrate her in another realm of success, maybe scoring a video game or, something that may not be known to us in the future. That'll be a very successful genre of music or something. So for as long as I'm alive, I will always be kind of keeping an eye on that young girl's career. Thanks, Ginger. I appreciate it, bro. Okay. Next up, I must refresh. I noticed some people are doing some dono battles here with their donos. Hey, Coral Reefer. How are ya, Reefer? I just got through doing some artwork for a song, and I'm going to tie this into your name, bro. I posted it on Discord. I did some artwork just out of ChatGTP before I actually physically hire somebody. I think I'm going to hire, if I can get a hold of him, Cookie Joe. But I did these renderings of an idea of a song I'm writing for kids called Shaka Doobies. And, so I did this render of turtles and stuff, and I just was like, make sure the coral reef has color. And when I typed that in as the prompt, I was like going, oh yeah, coral reefer, that's right. No, now I know MP3. I know what you're thinking. I've had a lot of people say that, but only us old farts know what a doobie is. You know? The younger people, I'm asking today where I was working, I was like, you know, younger kids that are in their 20s. When I showed them, you know, say, what do you think about this? They didn't put together doobies with buds, because that's something that happened, you know, in the 1900s. So, but I guess I do got to be a little careful, right? Yeah, potty training. Oh, there's patty cakes. I could have said shakadookies, right? But then that would be different else, you know? Anyhow, I digress. Sorry about that. A Coral Reefer. Tomorrowland Set is the name of the song by the artist Charlotte D. Witt. The song is between 24 minutes and 35. Okay, yeah, I was going, woo, and it's an hour-long song, bruh. But don't worry, it's not. Hi, Jeeb's been quite a while since last time I've been on the stream, and notifications haven't been working right, maybe, I'm not sure. But this is part of Charlotte D. Witt Lasette at Tomorrowland. This year's, it's going to let you listen to part, not the whole thing, but haha. But this time, the times are at 24 to 35. Okay, guys, let's do this. And this is a live performance. You know how much I love the live performance. Here we go. All right. Wait, you said the time was what, 42 something? 42. Stand by. Oops. Is this it here? 24. At 24 minutes, you said? Meow, 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 meow. I don't know. It looks like it's going to drop right into the middle of a track. Something. Oh, 42:24. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go. Let's go. Oops, started just a skosh early. Stand by. Okay, here we go. Wait, did I fuck up? I'm sorry, I must have fucked up. You're saying at 24 minutes. Even. Swear jar. Let's see if this is it. I like me a train horn.
Let me just explain the importance of club culture. This is coming from the heart. This is coming from the soul. This is coming from my gut feeling.
God, look at all those people in there raving.
We are unity. Every weekend we see each other. We show each other gratitude, love, success. Powerful light. We ignite each other.
When the kick goes into that tone, Ginger, is that something that you
We know what that
can do on your board?
kick drum means to us.
Like, is she doing that? Have that capability to change the tone like that? Ton of pacifiers. Are the pacifiers dipped in MDA? Oh, I got it, Ginger. Thank you.
We are electronic. We are techno. There's way more of us than there is of you. They could not stop us.
How many people do you think are high there?
They could not stop us. You see, the importance of club culture means everybody's surrounded by love, passion, excitement.
I see, Ginger.
For human beings.
Just a dozen.
No negativity, straight positivity. We are one, we are unity. Every weekend.
Slightly speeding up a little, or is it me?
We show each other gratitude, love,
Like there would seem to be a little bump there.
light. We ignite each other. We are one, we are electronic. We
I'm
are
on.
techno. We know what that
Oh, it is being pushed. Okay, I felt it.
means to us.
Daddy, if you're asking me, no, I'm not playing anything right now.
You cannot stop us. We are electronic. We are techno. There's way more of us than there is of you.
Seems to be doing well, the trance
Stop us.
genre. That place is epically sold out. Look at the balconies, everything going off.
They cannot stop us.
I think it's just amazing what's happened to the DJ career in the world.
No, we know what that kick drum means to us.
That's crazy, Ginger. They are absolutely rock stars. Oh my God, I remember the name Qbert. Didn't he grab that name though from that video game though or something like that? Wasn't there something called a Qbert? A little bit of bump in the speed there, it sounds like. Oh my God, you're right, the Atari.
They cannot stop us. They cannot stop us.
I forgot when the end of this was. Time-wise. Look, Mom, no hands. She's making $1 million a minute and she's toweling off her face going, look, Mom. 35.50, yeah, there we go. I guess concerts like this for DJs, it just turns the place into one giant dance floor, right? Or source of expression. Doesn't necessarily have to be dancing. Just moving to the beat in some fashion. While you're high as Frankenfurters. Oh, little speed up going on there. What's up? What's up? She's not even busting a sweat. Wow. Who would ever thunk? Excuse me. It's a lot of buttons going on there. Oh, I see. There we go. I guess this is where it ends.
Take it higher. No division. No divider.
Trippy artwork. I mean, light work.
Cut the wire. Break the system. Fight the fire. No resistance. Take it higher. No division.
Okay, I guess that's it right there. 35:58. That's where it goes into another track. You know, what I will say that I've never been one of those people that go, that look at this and, you know, they have a thing, you know, it's usually somebody who's salty about something else that, you know, how is it that these people are selling out and they just do nothing but press buttons and all that. And I you know, I'm not that guy. I was a DJ for a while in the 80s, and, you know, a matter of fact, that was the beginning of my stripper career. So, you know, what makes you think that DJs don't lead into other great things to your life? No regrets there. But the thing is when a DJ's at a club, and you're DJing at a club, you are the center of attraction in the sense that the people at the club are looking to you to keep the energy going. You know what I mean? And so when I worked at there was like about 4 or 5 clubs around Los Angeles for that year and a half that I DJ'd around, that's what you look for. You know, the DJ's going to build it up, and, you know, this song will lead into this one and build it into something. And, you know, and when you're thinking, if you're a DJ at a club, you're also thinking of the bar. You want to ramp it up into some really super fast music and then cut it down into something really slow so everybody can run and get a drink, you know, kind of thing. So there's a mentality to it. But yes, a DJ is the focal point of entertainment. And it just turned into what it's turned into. I'm not that person that says, you know, how are they making millions and millions of dollars off of just hitting this and muting this and muting that? I mean, I'm sure, you know, like Ginger is mentioning, there's a lot of pre-production that goes in there, you know, that you don't just sit there and, you know, you've got to really think out that playlist and stuff, and, you know, you got to remember where everything is, you know. So, you know, I'm not saying it's complicated or not complicated. I acknowledge it as an art form, as an individual who gets up there and is going to play music for people, and whether you're playing a banjo or playing whatever name of the digital equipment is brand-wise, and people are there to enjoy it, full stop, you know, and that's important. So. That's, yeah, and right, exactly. As I realized, as I learned a little more, a lot of those bigger DJs did make their own, you know, tracks as well, you know, but with their loops and so on and so forth. So, oof, that was a track. You know, for me though, that when I look at that and listen to it musically, it doesn't have an impact on me the same way as a lot of other music does. But I acknowledge it as a piece of music that really is going to keep people, you know, bopping and beeping and going and having fun and stuff. When I listen to music like this, I'm listening more as what choices are they putting in for their ambient sounds, because that boom, 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 you know, that's a no-brainer. Any monkey in a rock can pull that off. But it's all the other stuff in the background that really makes it for me. It's like, what are they putting in to create the ambient, ethereal, you know, kind of vibe there. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, next up we have Inkcentia. How are you, Inkcentia? I hope you're doing well. If this is the last request I get for a while, it had to be this song. All the best to you and your ex-wife. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Appreciate that. The name of I love this band, guys. You guys got to be big fans of this. Here we go. Ready? Inkcentia wants us to listen to some Caligula's Horse. The name of this track is Salt. All right.
Let me walk under weight like waves and find the fool and the courage craved. I'll run into the house as it's burning. I can make it to the morning, so I'll find a revolution in a breath square one. Always felt like the start of something beautiful.
God, that pattern of the drummer's playing is ridiculous. his straighter approach rhythmically to this is what's really making this really unique, with the arrangement pattern in the background. Big power chord area here. Some of that wall of sound with the guitar reminds me of that Canadian rock guitarist, the bald guy. I can't remember his name right now. Devin Townsend, I think his name. Just that wall of sound. Oh, I love that. The clean guitar with the piano.
There's cold talk of redemption, but the night can't hold a candle to shadows that I can't overcome.
Ah, that's the Marriage Savage. Little influence there.
Give me sight in the silence, and God help me give me sight. I know every word, all this cold talk of redemption, but the night can't hold a candle to shadows that I can't overcome. It was always there, growing louder yet. Give me sight in the silence, and God help me give me softness. I'm waiting, weightless for, with only one thing more to ask these fragile bones in the air.
There's also that Wilson influence in here. So I like some of that artist as well. Maybe I should be drinking that fucking tea. I can't remember shit anymore.
Tomorrow hangs like a promise. I can keep it alone, but I'll let you.
Steven Wilson, thank you. Maybe I did do that commercial. I just don't remember. Very melodic, this lead work. This is not blow show, blow stuff. Little tinges of yes for me. Tone there. Oh, that's what it was, Lepers. I was going, where else would we pulling from this? Thanks, pouring accountant. You helped me set it free. I was gonna have to fill up my teapot of a special tea. Very rich in the background vocals, a lot of time spent there. Until they do that, Aman. That was a fun switch up in the meter in there. I like that. Well, that's an odd ending. Maybe it went into another track there. You know, as I was listening to this track, sometimes I wonder if prog gets to a place where they push themselves so much to the limits and taking these very unique chances that sometimes there's a little bit of a disconnect. You know, like I really want to be able to sink my teeth into portions of the track, but it changes so fast that maybe that's just me being old or, you know, forming a different kind of taste as I'm getting older and stuff, where I want to be a little more lulled into something. The extreme musicianship and arrangement capabilities are phenomenal in bands like Caligula Horse, Leprous, all these bands, you know, but they sit in such an arc of creativity that I sometimes feel like they may be pushing themselves to a point of disconnect where for myself, when I'm listening to the track, I'm looking for something that I want to just be able to kind of rinse in a little bit. But I have true, like, jaw-dropping, envy's not the word. What am I looking for? Respect, if you would, for these composers. And because this is a lot of work. This kind of admiration too. Yes, thank you. That's another good word. That's probably the word I really wanted to use there. Only because this is a lot of work, guys. People are not sitting here going, I think I'm going to write a song. Here's some lyrics. Here's the melody. I'm doing it on the back of a bus. Let's go. You know, a track like this could take weeks, if not months, to write one track because there's so many assembled parts. And for the life of me, I don't care how brilliant you are, you're rehearsing this shit seven days a Sunday. You know what I mean? There's a lot of dedication to this kind of production and composition and everything from top to bottom, you know, musicians pushing themselves, you know. So sometimes when I listen to a series of prog tracks this complicated, this well executed, I almost feel like it's some kind of prog dissertation at Berkeley or something, you know? It's like you got to sit there and just go, this is just incredible. But for me, every now and then, I'm just missing that little bit of a connectivity beyond the ooh-ah-ness and the honor and watching the fact that, you know, with my admiration, you know, they're, you know, so. Wait, I want to read boring. Yeah, there is, you know what, I will say, you know, kind of in your comment there, boring, that it takes a seasoned listenership that may not be a musician, that has the very unique ability to maybe listen to music with synthesize it. When you see colors, when you listen to music, you know, and if you can create really good theater of the mind when you listen to a track like this, you know, I think that where that leans into shut up. Guys making me sound, oh, you were saying old to Rotten Soundgarden. No, I thought you were vibing me about it. It's okay. I love it when you guys vibe me because I can't speak. Hang on, I need another sip of my tea. Yeah, that's it. Synesthesia. You know, seeing the colors as you hear music, you know. Thank you. Eleganze. So, all righty. That was a beautiful track. And I did hear Devin Townsend for sure in it. So when somebody had mentioned that they were influenced by them, I was going, yep, I get that. Sorry, I went off on a little bit of a rant on that. You know, that's just what I'm doing. Next up, Lisa Wolf. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Lisa Wolf, how are you? I hope you're doing well. There she is with the huggy signs. So, let's see. Last week, Verex and 1AM and I all had a bit of fun with the clipping track and some discussion in Discord. I absolutely love clipping and have run into various members probably multiple times in life and never realized. But even before the track got brought up, I spoke some on the thought process behind my own album and how the most particular abstract experimental hip-hop collab was more of the same line of thinking. It's in the name Human Error Club. The lyrics are below, and I'm going to read them. So everybody, Lisa Wolf is bringing for our Abbacado enjoyment the Human Error Club and Kenny Segal featuring Billy Woods. This is called The Center. Let's go. All right. Such a great vibe here.
What shields us from the sun?
But the speaking over this tone kind of reminds me of what it might be like
To worship the sun,
walking through an airport in future Tron series.
to pray to the sun god, who are the people of the sun, the true black mass. How do we keep our feet on solid ground? At the center. At the center. At the center.
Give me the dancing roads any day.
At the center.
I love the microtonal stuff that's happening there.
The ice is breaking, our feet heavy with water, we are sinking. We
But the meandering electric piano there, I'm just loving that.
It's tied together, every bloody, little, trying to steal.
Oh, what a beautiful black mass. How do we keep our feet on solid ground? Conductors of gravity. At the center. At the center.
Oh my God. God, I love that. That is so badass right there. There's something incredibly nostalgic about this section right now that's just hitting me heavy.
Those of the reality have lost their way. Now they must listen to what myth has to say. Those of the reality have been bruised and beaten by the truths. Those of the reality have been slaves of a bad truth. So there's nothing left now but the myth.
Oh, that lead, man.
We built it inside out. Families sleeping on the street outside an abandoned house. We built on sand, thick with blood. We built desalination plants, got it out the mud. They said human beings need beauty and love. We proved them wrong. We drowned our mother in the tub.
Good observation, Dojo.
It's never motherfucking enough. Towering towers blot out the sun. We brought flowers to mass graves. Oil drums floating on black waves. Concrete beach. Wheat for content, it's all teeth. Garbage disposal, it's not that deep, but you be surprised. Just a splash of bleach. I don't give a fuck what they surmise. They hide. I'm in the street outside a beautiful home that's not mine. In the dark, the light shine all the more. In my heart, I'm not sure, but I tried. We built it inside out in my mind.
What a great, what he brought in that tone of his performance there against the pads in the background was just wonderful. So beautifully abstract. God, I'd love to try some of that, but I broke my bendy wheel here on my pitch bend on my keyboard, so negative. Lisa, what a great track, man. That was such a wonderful kind of blend of this kind of ambience through the whole thing that was happening there. I so love the electric piano, the meandering of it. Yet when his voice came in, I really loved, somebody else had mentioned it earlier, that kind of slam poetry style of performance, great words too in that, by the way, against that kind of drifty ambiance and stuff. But I got to tell you something. As soon as I heard that lead work, kind of monophonic, kind of moog, I was going, oh my God, why is this hitting me so nostalgic? What is this sound and why? And then I thought about it. I'm gonna do this now, so stand by. I'm gonna see if this is, I have to do this for myself because I kind of remember there was a track that my uncle did with that same technique, I think. Hang on. Let's see if that'll do it. Yeah, let me see if this is it here. No, I don't think so. Dang it, I gotta see which one it is. There's one. Oh, don't worry, I won't waste much time on this, but it's killing me on which one it is. Which one is it? Just give me a second, guys. It's not on that album. It's not on that album. Maybe it was on... No, it wasn't on that album. Oh, man, wait. Sky Islands, maybe. Hang on. Full album, is there... No, I can't find it. Oh, maybe this is it. Stand by. Nope. Oh, screw it. going to drive me nuts until I find it. Now I'm not going to waste our time doing it, but it was killing me. Why isn't it showing up? God dang it. It's not showing up. Oh well, bummer. Okay, well, there's a song. I'll find it in other era or something and play it for you, but there's something so close to that, it just blew me away. You know, just unbelievable. Oh well, let's just get back into it. I'm sorry I drifted because I did. It was a great track, Lisa Wolf. I loved it. I loved what it did to me. Look, I got just all like blah blah blah, and I just wanted to go drift into finding, you know, what it reminded me of, but I'll find it eventually. Okay. Next up. Yes, I'll drop it in Discord. Thank you very much. I should have thought about that. Okay, so next up is, yes, I'll tag you. I definitely will. Let's see. I think I33 Play, is that you, Obsessed? I believe? No, that's not. Is it? No, I'm not sure. Either way, we are going to be listening to an artist by the name of 3. And it is Amaze Disgrace. The message is, song request is under eBest. Right, I remember now. Only play until the 7:20 mark. Hey, Jeebs, I'm the artist formerly known as... Now lead play. Okay, good. We got that figured out finally. Okay. Here's an incredible song by my favorite band, 3, one of Coheed and Cambria's biggest influences. And so let's do this. This is named Amaze Disgrace by the band 3. Let's go. Volume seems like it's a little low. What a nosy bass. Wow, a super wide pan on the toms.
Disgrace, how sweet the sound of foot falls in the undying bone and rise, my children, come and play the perfect earth. She's been blown away.
I like that behind the melody, the bass is kind of the principal instrument here. I don't know why it's feeling slightly Courtney Love-ish in her vocals at some point. I don't know, maybe I'm way off on that. Probably am.
How sweet it is, your life, blood bleeds along your wrist and rise, my children, come and see the perfect catastrophe.
It's a man. Okay, sorry. Oh, right, that's right. This is Coheed and Cambria. Well, so is Courtney Love. I'm just saying. No. I was just kidding.
Wasn't I like tonight? So many years ago, I was drawn towards the light, held on to
So now that I'm recalling the reference you gave me, kind of a Rush vibe in the pullback. Not quite as aggressive in proggy as Rush, but
she's been blown away. Don't you hear it when you hear it starting down below? Don't you get that high electric something to your soul? Don't you feel it when you hear it starting down below? Don't you get that high electric something to your soul? These walls I can feel the harder
when was this album released? A little Arabic vibe there. I love that. 2004. Oh, I love how that's compressed little mono thing right there, because it's about to hit you in the balls here. I love what the engineer's doing here. Why I say that is because the stereo depth is really focused on the overheads of the drums. The imaging supersedes anything else happening in there. That's a very unique approach. Oof. That fill with the bass following it. Oh, Jesus. And that's being fingered. The bass. Just in case you had any ideas. Wow, I so loved that bass tone. So now I heard it when you said, you know, you brought me back in, because that's what happens when I drift, you know, and so when you, once again, to say that there was influence from this band to Coheed, I can hear it. But I got to tell you something. I mean, I've listened to a lot of Coheed in the past, and I really love their production, but there's something about this that's, I don't know, maybe they're different bands, different artists, similar, you know, sonic design, if you would. Something about this, though, gives me a little bit more of a joy. And I think because I also, when I first kind of related it to being after I was clarified, that it was a guy singing, kind of to Rush. You know, where there's not the attempt to overly control the tones and the performances and everything being just like inhumanly perfect. You know, so I really love this. You know, and I guess it was produced by somebody who was within the band as well. You know, but the other thing I did notice as an engineer, I loosely call myself that because now it's just part of the business, but is the fact that the big reach, oh my God, dude, sadistic. I'm telling you, I'm sorry guys, I have to stop because what he just said, sadistic, you see this? I was looking at the artwork going, what are they trying to say here? Why is there like, is that a dick and balls like departing from like Mother Earth or something? I was going, what is this? What is the artwork? And then I had to do that thing where for some reason my eyes caught it at the last second. I went, oh fuck, that's 3. I'm just saying. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. Look, I didn't. He said it. He said it first. I wasn't going to say it until he said it. I'm just saying. That's what I didn't realize it was 3. For some reason, my mind is as warped as it is, and the T is not kicking in. Oh my God. Anyhow, yes, it's a Batman symbol of, you know, I'll continue on with what I was saying. Is the fact that I forgot what I was saying now. I think I was talking about the drum mix, was I? How the energy and the engineering was the drums actually really gave you the stereo imaging. As a matter of fact, I believe that one of the first things shit. See, it's going to keep going here, you guys. Just keep firing away, everybody. One of the things I said, as a matter of fact, on the opening part of the track, I think if you guys remember, is when I said, man, they're really panning out those tom-toms. Like really panning them off there, like purposefully. And not, you know, more on the per mic panning than it was, you know, using the overheads to get you a little more of that. So, you know, oh shit, I let it go. Sorry, look, you guys are all just killing it right now. Yeah, Darth Vader. Oh my God, Luke, you are my ball holder. Okay, anyhow, let's just move on here because, shit. Oh shit, we're just gonna keep going. You guys just keep going. Keep going. I just, you know, I don't want to take the thing out of it, you know. Oh my God. I'm just gonna read this for a little bit. This is great. All right. Well, I'm gonna keep going because I'm gonna keep going. Oh my God. Next up, SB, save us. Save us from this stampede of chat because 3 looked like not 3 artwork. SB is up next, Dark Helmet. Oh my God. Soundgarden, bruh. Okay, let's move on really fast. SB wants us to listen to a track. Okay, here we go. Let me read this message. It'll get us out of this, I hope. Hello, fellow Kados and the illustrious Jeeps. Where is illustrious? I have no lust. I have no lust left in my strius. I had a huge weekend last week. Gigs number 20 and 21 for the year. Sunday night gigs can be mixed sometimes, but I got to see my favorite Brisbane band, The Stranger, for the first time in about 2.5 years since they last performed with Voyager. They have a new drummer, Ben, and they got a great guest vocalist, Connor, from RVTNT, in for this tour, and their set did not disappoint. Xantia also saw this tour, but in Sydney, and he told me that he wanted many other tracks and a much extended set list. Totally understand. This is a track off of their self-titled album from 8 years ago, and they played this in their set, and I was super happy that they did. An absolute great band and wonderful humans as well. Enjoy. So, folks, SB is having us listen to The Stranger, and the name of the song is Divine Intervention. Let's go. All right.
I proceed alone.
Sorry, it kind of gave me the opening of Changes from Yes vibes. Wow, what a line. Too bad Double A's not here. This is the album, right? It's not a recording of the live. Wow, this is great. This is badass right here. Boy, that snare's snappy. Snappy Tom Tomato Juice. Great background vocals. Kind of sounds like Surge a little bit. From Soda of a Down. Love this section. That's what I said, right? Oh. Oh, I did? Oh, shit. Maybe because I was thinking SOAD in my head as I said it came out as soda and it just went that. Great engineering here. Here we go. Wow. That was super, 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 super badass track. That was so freaking cool. I didn't know where to start jumping in on anything. This was that level. Remember I said the other track that I listened to was kind of proggy and I couldn't, felt like a disconnect or something like that. This one all came together for me. I don't know what it was on this, but it just definitely bit in and just kind of latched itself right here. It's just able to get the whole thing out of it. One of the standout things for me, as minimal as it may sound, is that I really love that they entered the female voice in with the, I don't know if that was the hook. That's the only thing I can't quite tell what the hook was. Because to me, the hook musically was the intense riff or, phrasing that was going on in there. One of the things that I really enjoy about bands when they do things like that is while you have something moving as fast as excuse me, without the hiccup, is when the drum straightens out and doesn't match it, like but in its standard time, there's something about that's just a super head bob, to me, that's what struck me as a standout. Plus, also the tone of the guitars on this were absolutely sick, and the musicianship's badass. Love to see what this, how it sounds. Excuse me, how this sounds live. Once again, though, I will say what did slip through my mind is it sounded like another, masterful dissertation, if you would, of Pushing Limits. But this was 8 years ago. It was dropped here on YouTube. I don't know exactly how much long ago was this recorded. It's dropped here on 8 years, but it doesn't mean it could be a lot earlier. Hang on, let me look. See if it gives me any other. No, it doesn't say here on actually when the album was released. Oh, that was when the album came out, November of 2016. Yeah, super badass. Kicked ass, took no hostages. Thank you so much, SB. What time is it? I have time for one more before I take a break. How about we do one more and then I take a break? That, of course, depends on who that one more might be. I don't know, Senor Rui. Would that be you? That would be you. I'll do one more. Let's do something from Senor Rui. Where is Senor Rui? He's not even, there he is. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Let's do one from Senor Rui. Let's see, this is such a fun song. The lyrics evoke a sense of nostalgia, longing for a brighter past. I know that doesn't sound fun, and the band admitted it was difficult to structure this as a hopeful break in the middle of a dark album. But it's the brightest and energy that, the brightness and the energy that turns that longing for the past into a happy remembrance of maybe simpler times. Yep, I'm down for that. The first version of the song was originally far too sunny, according to the band, and it was written in a different key with a faster tempo. They had to find a way to tune it and fit the darker mood of the rest of the album, and this was the result. There's an amazing Juno synth. Do you know Juno? You know what I'm talking about? Yes, I do. Moment in the middle of the eighth, middle of the eighth that the guitarist said was a real mindfuck to play over. Okay, now I'm going to look forward to it. Yes, longing for the past. You know the past and the future only exists in the present. Think about this time warping. The past and the future only exists in the present because it's only in the present time that you can think about the past, where it is in the present time that you can think about the future. I'm just fucking saying. This is the band, Nothing But Thieves. The song is There Was Sun. Let's go.
There was sun shone down upon me. Thoughts of a moment, golden leaves hanging on the trees. So much sun, the summer shimmer. I saw a glimmer. I could be who I wanna be. I could dream it, 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 I could dream it.
they're leaving a lot of the duties up there to the bass player to keep it. A little bit of a mid-'80s vibe in there. I don't know why that is. It's got like a little bit of a Euro mid-'80s kind of a thing. Oof. That sounds great. Great engineering. I mean, yes, he's singing it, but I'm just saying. That compressed, dripped in space vibe is great. I like the light saturation and the distortion. It's not overdone. The little constant in the background. It's one of those rip the Band-Aid off endings. Senor Wee. That was a great track. I like that. For me, this track, like I said, there were elements. Even though it seems like it was recently released, maybe about 4 years back, 2020 actually, which was actually put on the internet 4 years ago. This had, to me, a little bit of the Euro vibe from the '80s in there. I don't know where I kind of got that from. I think part of it was the drum work. Some of it was the reverb work and the melody. Had a little bit of that, a little bit of an edge. And, the synth work, too. There was some really nice, little pads and arpeggiations there. But it gave me a little bit more of that 80s just feeling in here. Once again, you guys, every time I listen to music, anything I say is always shaped by my experience, And my experience has only become broader because I've done these channels and Twitch especially. When I do my channels, I listen to a song and I talk about it and put it on here. But when I do a stream like this and I listen to, I think, an average of at least 15 tracks per stream, that's a lot of intake. And it's also a lot of you guys also being here with me as well. So a lot of my opinion has been shaped by what you guys have brought me through. So sometimes I find myself saying, well, I could be cheapening a little bit of my opinion because I'm saying, well, for me, it sounds like this and sounds like this, when really there's so much more that I still need to absorb and be a part of in this journey so I can expand my, the way I think about the music, or I have something to say about it, so. All right, guys, I'm going to take a break just for lunch. I definitely have to eat something, so it may take a little longer than 10 minutes. I'm just going to heat up a quick burrito. Let me stop the recording here.